Hi guys. So sometimes when I talk to people, they talk about the fact that they're able to cut toxic people out of their lives. They're just like, I just cut anyone who's toxic completely out of my life. And that's great. It's great that they're in the position to be able to do that. I see memes talking about it as well. But for some of us, we, for one reason or another, are not able to cut toxic people who are in our lives out of our lives. It may be family members, it may be someone you've got a child with, but for whatever reason, cutting that person out of your life is either difficult, or actually cutting them out of your lives can create more problems. And this may be something that is going to have to be for an X amount of time, or it may be that for a period of time you have to have them in your lives. And so I'm no different. There are people in my life that I have cut out since coming out of rehab, because I just thought, well, actually, I don't need to keep bonds with you and you're too toxic for me. And yet there are other people in my life who I would put in that toxic category, but for whatever reason, I have to have them in my life, albeit at a distance, but still in my life. So rather than criticize myself for not being able to cut these people out of my life, I congratulate myself. I congratulate the fact that I'm able to navigate life the way that I have while having to manage sometimes dickhead behaviour, and still ensuring that I don't react to it, but respond in a very articulated way to ensure that at the end of that, I come out still on top, and that's difficult to do sometimes, it's so difficult to do. But yeah, let's celebrate the fact that sometimes we have to have toxic people in our lives, and we're able to create an environment where we can tolerate it and it doesn't actually impact us as people. Yeah.